This is arguably one of the most notorious cover-ups now in American history. Like, I know Nixon was really big and everything. That seems like small potatoes compared to this. He's getting the whole team together at his house to plan out their strategy on Ghislaine Maxwell. So he's going to be having over Pam Bondi, Todd Blanche, Kash Patel as well. And they're going to be talking about whether they should release the transcript from the DOJ interview with Ghislaine Maxwell. They want to create what they're calling a unified response to the handling of the case in the interview with Maxwell. And I would just love to ask, like, does anyone think that if they were taking this seriously, if it wasn't about PR, that A, they wouldn't have already done this weeks ago, and B, it would be in the White House that they do this? No, they're going to hang out at JD Vance's house to figure out how are we going to get ourselves out of this thing. And so right now they're trying to figure out an ongoing strategy, and they have a few ideas they've been floating. So one is a media blitz by Todd Blanche. Again, a guy who you cannot trust a word out of his mouth. He is a Trump guy through and through, but send him out to the media, including, by the way, they're talking about trying to get him on Rogan. Because Rogan has been one of the most persistent critics of Donald Trump on the Epstein thing. So they're gonna try to twist Rogan and get him on board. They want him to become a part of this cover up. And we'll see if it's successful. If Todd Blanche goes on there, and if all of a sudden Joe Rogan goes super soft on this topic, I think that is going to be very revelatory, because a lot of the questions he's raised have not had, I was gonna say satisfactory answers, they haven't had answers at all. Because you'll know, when they're talking about crafting like a unified response, what are we gonna do? I mean, it's not complicated. Release the files. Have you done that? You know how we found out that there was actually additional minutes of tape missing from the Epstein prison? Have you heard anything else about that in the past 2 weeks? Have they released that? Have they said that they're going to? No, there was just extra minutes. It wasn't a thing that happens at midnight. They cut out a bunch and they're not gonna show it to you. They're not talking at that dinner about releasing that stuff. And Joe Rogan, if you're seeing this, and I'm sure you're not, that bothered you. Doesn't it still bother you that they're not releasing this stuff? It's all very clear.